Alright, so you're wandering through the internet. Entertainment levels are low. You both are about to die of boredom. What do you want to do?
I look for a cool new podcast.
Yeah, and I assist. Alright, give me an investigation check. Oh yeah, and roll with advantage.
Last time on Roll with Advantage. The Order of the Obsidian Flame returns to town, only to find it under siege. As the party quickly enters the city, they find a group of bugbears and ogres. They attack. During the attack, Kenyon gets a weird look in his eye and turns against his fellow allies. He attacks ferociously, ending the life of the last of the bugbears, and then attacks Keo. After attacking Keo, Tenuviel quickly realizes what's going on and casts Remove Curse on Kenyon. Kenyon then goes to investigate the attack near the wall.
You all see this as well, just after you finish up your healing process.
How far away are we?
You are 2 rounds away. So 60, so 120 feet.
Cool, so I can shoot them.
Yes. Oh yeah. You're still able to shoot. Range-wise, you should be good.
Ooh, 120.
This might even be optimal range.
I can attack at 122.
I can do it 150. The thunder cannon's slightly longer than a longbow.
Nice.
Either way.
How far is the ship from the breach?
From the breach, the ship is about a half mile.
Balls. Okay.
Yeah, because you've been moving more away from the ship.
I immediately run to the gap,
Yep.
raging, and start shredding into the giant that's squeezing through.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
What
This
is
will be-
visible? What is visible of the giant?
It's
Face.
like its leg, and basically its whole right side. It hasn't gotten its stomach through yet. It's still working.
So
at
its
that
head's
part.
still outside.
Its head is halfway between. So this is a pretty thick wall.
I go right at his right knee,
Okay.
raging him. That's gonna hit. For 16 damage. And I swing again. That'll hit. 18 damage.
Oh, we're fine as however long you need to take to put damage on all of the enemies. You take your time.
You take your sweet time. We are okay with that.
1+1.
Yep, that's one. All right.
Hey, the longer the +1s, the more damage.
As Minette, Keo, or Ten move.
Have we had opportunity yet?
How many rounds? Because I cast 5 spells.
Oh. No, you haven't moved then.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. 1 second. So, it doesn't take your movement to cast the spells. So you could have moved in this time to run after
I'm
Keo.
moving
or
closer if I can see.
Okay.
I moved next to the net,
Okay. All right.
and
I moved-
actually, if I had the time,
Mm-hmm.
right as I saw the stuff bursting through the wall
Yep.
and going in combat,
Yep.
I would have cast greater invisibility on the net myself.
All right. Perfect.
If that's allowed.
Yep.
At
That
the start of
happened.
this, okay.
That happened. Tin, did you want something?
I was gonna say I would want to move about 45 feet behind Keo and Kenyon, and if possible, I'd like to cast Scorching Ray on the.
Well,
Giant.
Kyo's back with
Well, yeah. You guys are at the line currently, so you guys are way back. So are
at
you
100
opting to
instead
run
of-
further back? You're at 120 right now from the action. Are you opting to run further away from the action? Is that what
Are
you're saying?
Keo and Kenyon further away from the action?
I'm not with Kyo.
Keo is with you guys.
It's with Minette.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I thought you
we
said
just
you.
disappeared.
I'm at the gap.
Shunk. Yes.
Oh, you're okay.
No,
I
I was
thought.
watching,
Yep.
but no,
Split.
I made
Sorry, I thought you moved up to Kenyon.
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
I moved
Sorry.
next to Minette so I could make
Gotcha.
little people have to stick together sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
We took a lot of
Especially in
damage
this
this
type of
last
world.
thing, and he and I, we need to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and invisibility gives advantage.
For
Well,
once.
Scorching Ray does have a 120-foot range.
Okay. So you want to chill where you're at?
So I'm gonna move 35 feet forward so
Okay.
that when I cast Scorching Ray, it's not identifying where my comrades are at.
Okay. Manette, deck save, please.
Damn it. 19.
19. It falls right. You're able to sidestep it, and it falls right where you were standing.
Dead goblin?
Yep, dead goblin.
Right between us.
Right between you.
Ah!
Oh god.
I haven't seen these.
You need to get
All right.
under a cart or something.
All right, let's go, Kinian. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You moved. Go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, Scorching Ray is 3 attacks. That one's not even gonna hit. I'm not even gonna do that. That one also fails spectacularly.
What are you rolling? Just.
I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Oh yeah.
And then I get a crit to make up for it.
Woo!
So,
How many?
do I roll it together or separate?
Do as you please.
You're doubling the dice,
Okay.
so it always just feels nice to roll.
Yeah. Fistful of dice is always nice.
So, 12 fire damage.
12.
It's better than 0 damage. It's the first crit I've gotten this campaign, I think.
Nice. Next is Kinian.
I cut up a leg again.
Yeah.
The goblins are flying over the wall, right?
Yep.
So they're hitting at.
Yep.
Are they like
22 damage.
22 damage.
Are they like? Can we see if they're being like hurled by something and being targeted at us?
You can't see yet.
Okay.
16 damage.
Because it's sure odd that something's willing to kill a bunch of goblins to try to attack us.
Why aren't they just throwing
16.
rocks? That's what I wonder.
16
I know.
damage. Okay. Numbers.
Maybe they don't like goblins. They just
He
want to get
looks
rid of them.
quite rough after your 2 attack. It is Kyo's turn.
Are there any buildings that aren't burning with
Oh, yeah.
glass near us?
Yep.
And with a window facing in the right direction to... I want to try to get somewhere safe that I can
Okay.
pop out of.
Okay, sounds good.
Shoot stuff.
It's a building that says OK Corral above it.
Then I guess I'm going to look out. I see just the... I guess I'll just attack the one. The one hill giant that Kinian's fighting. I shoot a firebolt at it. I rolled 2 16s.
Advantage didn't help.
And then I roll 2 7s on the damage dice, so that's 16 damage.
16 damage?
Fire damage.
All right.
All the
burning it.
fire today.
And then if I have enough movement, I'm going to try to pop over to a different window to look out.
Okay, yep. Absolutely.
Assuming that it works.
You see the hill giant that was stuck suck it in, and like a cat just like fold around this wall, and the wall kind of crumbles as he pushes through, and the blob like just falls out from this wall and looks towards Kinian. You hear this booming voice over its shoulder saying, "No, that hole too small." The giant in front of Kinian says, "Shut up!" and strikes with its great club at Kinian twice. You were not recklessing, right?
Oh yeah, I was.
Okay. 20 is
Yeah.
going to hit, and that is going to hit as well. Okay, 17 and... Oh, no, 17 plus 5. And another 17 plus 5. You hear, after being smushed into the ground, you hear massive fists beating on the wall on each side of this crevice, and you see another one of these hill giants with like a bone stuck through its, whatever the center nose part is. It's trying to squeeze through while the others are shouting at it to not do that. It is now Manette's turn.
So I follow Kyo
Yeah.
in that I try and find a building
Okay.
with a window. Not that I saw Kyo move because we're both invisible.
Sure.
You would have heard it, and then you would see the firebolt fly out.
Yeah.
And,
So I go there and I shoot the ogre that's smacking Kenny.
The Hill Giant? All right. No, that's all right.
That's a 17 hit.
A 17 hits, yes.
29 points of damage.
Dead. You shoot it. It stumbles back a little bit towards the crevice as the other hill giant that's kind of stuck, like, sticks out its hand to try and guide this falling mass away from it. It collapses against the wall. Well done.
I reload.
I was waiting for that line.
Reload.
That might become a shirt.
I was just about to say, like, if there's some sort of like one sentence bio for all of us,
Yeah.
Minutes is I reload.
Yeah.
Or I cast vent.
I haven't been doing that recently. Probably
10.
pick that back up.
Your modifier's getting high enough. Right?
Yeah. 10.
So what do I see now?
You see a hill giant stuck in the crevice, a live one, trying to squeeze through.
And I was about 120 away. I moved 35 up. Let's see. Scorching Ray wasn't so hot for me last time. But I'm check. So I'm just gonna cast Flaming Sphere and put it directly in front of
where
the
it
hole.
would move into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defense.
So. Alright.
so
So
that's
that's my
what you do?
action. Yep.
All right. The sphere comes into being right in front of this hill giant, and Kenyon, you can smell burning hair. Everybody that's away from the wall. So Kyo, Tin, and Manette, you see the blobs come over the wall again, and you see one of the goblins land right next to the burning building.
Back behind us.
Yes, back behind you. So you're able to track it, and it lands like right next to the burning building, right where you guys were standing. Next is Kenny.
I'll need you to adjudicate this for me.
Yes.
I'm going to leap up onto this hill giant's face.
Okay.
With two hands, I'm going to remove the bone forcibly, ripping his nose to remove it.
Yes.
And then I'm going to two hands stab it into his eye. So that would be first.
I mean, that's cool enough for it.
So first attack would be just boom damage
Yes.
from his nose. Second attack would be blinding in.
Yeah, that's cool enough. Okay, so I need you to make a strength strength check for the nose removal device.
I wonder if that's called
22. Just
it is
strength,
deceptive.
or is it athletics? Because I can crank it higher.
It's strength.
Okay.
How much?
22.
You rip its septum, and when you do, he's like, "Ah!" And he takes a good amount of damage. You think this was quite painful. He says, "No, I'm gonna snore." Not really, but go ahead and do your second attack. Yeah, he definitely will snore with the fishes.
Snore with the fishes.
Just strength?
Yes. Yep.
19
No, 19. That hits.
in his eyeball.
What? It is whatever the biggest weapon is.
It's a great club. It's 1d8.
Really?
Money. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. You want to do
Same
D8?
team.
Yeah. 1d8.
Fun fact, because I thought septums were only for the chamber of the heart. They are for dividing any soft tissue into smaller spaces.
Nice.
13.
13 damage. Okay.
Yeah, Kenyon gave him a cocaine nose job.
Yeah. You stab it into its eye and it roars. And it picks up one of its hands and it grabs you with it. And now it's Kyo's turn,
Okay.
which isn't a big deal.
So Kyo attacks at advantage for 15 with his firebolt.
Yep.
If that hits, it is going to be 14 damage.
14 damage. Well done. All right.
Or not haste stone. Doesn't matter. Invisibility.
This giant holding Kinian throws him as far as he can. Throws Kinian a good long distance. Kinian, you end up about 30-ish feet back from the wall, and you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. If you would like, you can try to hold on to the bone pick that you stuck in its eye, or you can let go. It's up to you. Choose now.
I would like to attempt to land somewhat gracefully,
Okay.
like facing him.
Okay, sounds good. So I need a acrobatics if you're proficient. Otherwise, just a dex.
Poor.
Nope. You land
Facing him.
facing him, but you are flat.
And that was 7.
So I was thinking you land facing him, but head first.
Yes.
I just wanted to look cool when I
Yeah.
landed
No.
that.
You tried. It was almost cool.
You tried to be cute.
So it does that, and it spends the rest of its movement to make it through the gap. And after it does, the wall breaks away bigger, and you can see these hordes of hill giants running through.
So is it ending its turn within 5 feet of the flaming sphere?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
How big is its flaming sphere?
5 foot diameter.
Okay.
So it has to make a dex saving throw. My DC is 15.
He's gonna fail anyways because he was
Okay.
dumb enough to step forward.
So it's like Indian now.
Yeah.
No, that's pathetic. 5 fire damage.
Oh, my insides! Alright, so, net.
He gets shot.
Yeah! The dome.
16 hit.
Yes.
26 points of damage.
26.
And I reload.
Nice. Alright. It is now Tenuvio's turn.
So I am looking up. Okay, flaming sphere is 1 minute concentration. How many hill giants are there?
Currently 3. You see on the other side of this wall, though, 4 more.
Okay.
7 in total.
So
Exactly.
I'm gonna get rid of the nice sphere I summoned last round and do wall of fire and do it however is most efficient
Yep.
in being.
Yep, you cast it and it splits the legs of the hill giant that is in front of the wall
It
and
also
is
goes
blacking
20
the
feet
gap.
high, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, it just...
Yeah,
Whoop.
so-
Oh my gosh!
Each creature within its area must make a dex throw when the wall appears.
Okay. The creature that you're splitting is going to fail automatically. And I've got...
The D8s.
14?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank
Does
you.
that pass?
Nope, I got a 15 DC.
Alright, so I've got 1
There's
success.
5.
Thank you. I'm not even gonna look for my name. Ooh, I like your dice. 27 fire damage.
27 in total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Light it up.
Alright. You hear a bunch of big dumb giants scream out, and it is Kinian's turn after the blobs fly over the wall. One of them lands near the fire, the building that's on fire.
I'd like to reintroduce myself to this giant that threw me.
Okay.
With the flat of the axe,
Okay.
swinging it sort of like a hammer.
Yeah.
So think, a 2-headed axe.
Yep.
I'm going to swing it like this at
Yep.
him and drive home the bone into his brain.
Okay. Alright.
The nail is set. Time to hammer it in.
Yeah, I forgot to give you, by the way, you have inspiration for your previous attack.
And I'm gonna ride this guy like Legolas down to the ground.
Alright.
Legolas on an elephant.
Yes.
That might
Sweet.
not be a great idea.
Oh, I'm riding him.
Ideas aren't my strong
I was
suit.
just about to say,
I'm playing my
Kenyon's,
character, yo.
Kenyon's not about
All
great
right.
ideas.
All right.
Have fun on the other side of that fire.
I ride it!
I ride it. So what do I need to do?
You need to make a attack at the bone.
So I get my attack bonus because I'm
Yep.
using my axe.
Yep, and this is to hit.
So how's a 26?
26 hits, and then I need you to make a attack as if you're hitting with your axe. This is your strength. That will account for whatever piercing damage and stuff like that the pike does as
So
you
am I
stab
rolling
through it. Yes, a d12.
A 21.
21. It dies.
Yeah.
It dies by 2. And
Still dead.
still dead. Dead is dead. Insert dead joke.
Anyways.
Anyways.
I'm blooming.
Yeah. You ride it backwards, and it topples into the giant behind it that is coming through where it came through.
Does it
You
pin?
ride it through the fire. You take your damage.
It's
How
gonna
much?
be 5d8 if you don't succeed a dex.
I have advantage on dex.
Okay.
Want me to roll?
Oh, balls. I fail.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm good. Oh god.
8, 14. Okay, so wait, that's 12
22,
and 27.
27 damage. All right. And then the body topples and
Thanks.
lands near the giant that is behind it.
I have an additional attack.
Okay.
What
you
do-
can leap and like attack as the first giant is falling,
Mhm.
and it would be effectively like moving 5 feet because it's falling so close. You really could just like step off of this guy and land on the next one.
Okay. I want to... Geeky question.
Yes.
Would I avoid the firewall if I were to transfer while I'm riding down onto the backpack of the one next to him?
Ish. They're not in. Oh, they are in damage range. Yes, if you are behind it. So
Like,
okay,
jump onto that.
you're on giant A, and you fall towards giant B,
Yeah.
and you jump and land on the pack behind giant B.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you will be protected because you are under full cover.
Is that okay, or should I
Yeah,
still
that's
take the
kosher.
damage?
No, that's kosher.
Well, you take the damage for going through the wall.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
went
yeah.
through the wall.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
But you're
You went through the
protected
wall.
from further damage
Good.
by ending your turn.
Right, right.
Good.
That's what I mean.
Alright. I try to bury the blade into the back of his head.
Yeah.
Meow.
I think it sounds like a cat.
balls. That's an shit roll.
4.
29.
Collectively with 3 dice, didn't roll above maximum for 1.
But you still got 29, so
I was gonna say it's better
Grain
than
of
rolling a
salt.
2 and not being that.
8 damage on 3d12.
Hey,
Better than 2 damage.
but I crit.
and that's all that matters.
And it was cool. It was a cool ass freaking turn,
It
man.
was
It
cool.
did get cool points.
It was totes cool. All right, next is Keo.
Alright,
Kick,
so
kick, kick.
I'm gonna try and get to a position where I can see these guys.
Yeah.
Because there's all these flames
Yep.
in front. And then I would like...
These are small buildings, but they are tall because this is a boom town. You are able to climb some stairs or makeshift ladders that go between the floors. So you're able to move up.
So I get up to the top floor, but not the roof.
Yep. So
yeah.
that's actually level 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I lean out the window and I attack at the most damaged looking hill giant and then the next most damaged.
Okay, sounds good.
Since
So the
I'm-
one Kenyan is on.
Yeah. And I have advantage on them because I'm invisible and Kinian's on one.
Yeah.
So first one, that's a 18 hit.
18 hits.
Yeah, and I'm using chromatic orb
All right.
to fire 13 damage on the first one.
Yep.
And then the second one will be a hit again. I had 17 on the die.
All right. This is a different giant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I was able to twin.
Yep.
And we got 15 plus 2, 17 on him.
These giants, the one that Kinian is on is like grabbing at its back and trying to hit Kinian. And just like trying to whop at its backpack isn't working because its arms are too fat to actually get back far enough. So it chuckles real quick and then falls backwards.
Oh shit! Did I make a reaction?
You get a reaction, yes.
I try to leap
Yep.
off
so
of him to the wall.
a dex save
Is that feasible?
or check. Sorry, dex check.
Is there actually something to leap
No,
to?
another giant.
I try to jump to another giant.
Okay.
You're just gonna play like leapfrog.
Just a standard dex check, I would not have advantage.
Jump
Unless it's
on
a
all the
save.
different
No,
giants.
it's a check.
Oh shit.
Because you are attempting to run, not
10.
avoiding. You're not able to jump far enough, and you are still under this blob's mass.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
It does hit you with its shoulder blade.
Like 1,000 damage.
Oh man, it's so much damage.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Target grapple. You are effectively grappled. In this position, you are also prone, and that is it. You take 22 bludgeoning damage. Not as bad as it could have been.
Oh my god, it could have been terrible.
Terabad. Next.
Can that be a word now?
Yeah.
Terabad.
The other giants move away and start to scatter. They go off in opposite directions, trying to find a different way around this wall or another way through this wall. There is 2 giants still left near the one that has fallen back, and they're trying to help it up.
But those ones are still within 10 feet of the flaming wall, or?
No, it's fallen far enough back.
Okay.
So it is Minette's turn.
Hoping its feet would still catch on fire.
We'll see. Well, yeah. Fuck it. That's good. Yes. It takes
foot.
some hot foot damage.
Okay.
How much damage?
Probably 27.
That's 12.
Oh, 12. Okay.
That
12.
was- yeah.
It's better than nothing.
12. All right.
12 is better than nothing.
Toesies!
All right.
Use the
So
dice
is the
for
giant
that.
that's on top of Kenyan prone?
Yes. You can't see it very well, anyways. So you would have disadvantage on your attack, but because it's prone, it's disadvantage anyway.
Can I follow Kyo upstairs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can't quite see all of it, but you can definitely
Can I shoot
attack
one
it.
of the other ones that's standing up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot one of them.
So there's 2 besides the one that fell?
Yeah.
The fact that his hair is probably just like scorched.
Dice.
Not bad.
Ha!
25.
25 damage. All right. 10.
Can I see the giants over the fire, or...
Not from where you're at.
Okay, so they're not more than 20 feet tall.
No.
Okay.
Through it.
Yeah, okay, so I'll climb up to 2nd story, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And then I'll do...
You won't have an action if you go that far up.
Oh, I won't
No.
be able to do
No.
action? Okay. That's just my action then, is getting a better vantage point.
All right. Fantastic. Goblin bombers land near the fiery buildings. Kinian, you are stuck underneath a hill giant.
The shoulder blade, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like his pack is accessible? Like, because they're helping him up right now, right?
Kind of. Yeah. It's like the really crappy, like, one hand, and each giant has one hand, and they're trying to pull that giant up, but the other giant's so fat that they're having a hard time, like, pulling him forward.
So I'm pseudo grappled, or
Well, you're grappled from the... Yeah,
Just the
you're
pressure.
pinned, which is effectively grappling.
then I hit him. I mean, he's prone, so I have advantage.
But disadvantage.
I'm prone, so I can roll regular and it's not reckless.
Yep.
So, that's where I am.
Okay.
And hit 24
Nice.
for 22 damage. And I hit him again
Not bad.
for 22.
Yep.
24 damage.
Oh shit.
Oh.
12
I
damage.
jinxed it, sorry.
Roll a 1.
You're not allowed to roll ones.
All right. He blood pours out from the wounds, and he is screaming giant obscenities. Keo, from your positioning, you can see everybody but the prone giant.
Okay. Well, bonus action. I sacrifice a first level spell slot for a sorcery point. Then I expend a sorcery point to twin a firebolt. The two that are standing trying to help the guy. That'll be a hit on the first one. And let's see, does a 12 hit?
A 12 hits.
12 hits.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It misses, just barely.
Put our
so
hopes up.
I hit one, but not the other.
Okay. You're doing the people giving aid?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be 15
15.
fire damage.
It lets out a howl and grabs at its back. The one that got hit starts looking around and looks at the fire, the wall of flame behind it, and starts pulling forward. So it's like dragging this, or attempting to drag this, its companion.
To the wall of fire?
No, away.
Aw.
It basically thinks that the wall of fire has damaged it.
Well, for once, that would
It
be right.
drags successfully, a little bit, only a little bit, and Kenyon takes 3 points of damage from the drag, and you are further under this grapple, basically. The other hill giant will continue to try and pull the prone one up, and succeeds. Finally. You are unprone, and they see you with the one that is looking sheet white, and it grabs at you. So Dex saving throw, or I'm sorry, athletics or acrobatics.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
He reaches at you saying, "You fool now!"
17.
17. You dodge between its fingers, and it grabs a clump of dirt and puts it in its mouth, and just.
I hope it chokes on it.
Can I swing at his hand?
No. Oh yeah, sure. It moves your threatened space. Yeah, it leaves it. I mean, these guys are big enough. Yes.
And slow.
That hits.
They're not particularly fast creatures.
For 22.
In any sense of the word.
Yeah.
22.
Damage.
All right. It dies.
Woo!
So it reaches down and you cut an artery as it's reaching away
Nice.
from you, and it pulls it back, getting it close to its mouth, and then it falls back, its eyes rolling to the back of its head. Its head lands near the flames, and you start to smell the smell of burning hair
Again.
again.
I mean, I don't think it ever really left, but
Do I
You
have to make
see.
a Constitution save? This smells disgusting.
No. What you do see on this side, though, is you see there are 2 hill giants next to you, 3 that are running the length of the wall, and those of you who are up in the heights looking, those 3 giants disappear. The wall is taller than the giants at that point.
okay.
And you see in the back lines, you see 12 ogres strapped with catapults with spikes shooting out from the shoulder pads.
Seriously?
And there are goblins climbing up in top of the catapults and ratcheting themselves down and waiting for the the ogre to pull the chain, and you see the chain pull, and it shoots a blob into the air, and it looks like it lands next to one of the fiery buildings.
Do they know that they're gonna die when
Yeah.
they do that?
Oh yeah.
And you said there's 12 ogres doing that? Or
Yes.
giants, whatever?
12 ogres.
I can't help but start laughing. So Kinian's like sitting here looking at the 12 ogre catapult situation.
Yep.
And I start to think that it could be fun to be fired from a catapult, and I quickly realize that I kind of just got squished, and maybe another time. Maybe not today.
You also see a horde of goblins. The number you estimate to be somewhere in 40s to 50s. There's a lot of goblins.
There's like 200 goblins out there.
Counting above 10 is hard. Kinian, you see these things that your brain just comes up with a name called goblin hookers. And they are, goblin hookers.
I was gonna say that.
I'm not falling for them again.
That's a bad time.
The ocean's not
that could
lonely.
be really good or really bad.
Hey, boys!
And girl, excuse you.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think those goblins are, I think they're equal opportunity.
They could be, they're probably just looking for a buck.
Are they dread highway hookers?
Just saying.
Oh man. Alright, so
Girl likes to have
And
fun
that's the
too.
last time I mix drinks for you all at the beginning of a session.
Just saying, a girl likes to have fun too.
yeah.
I guess I can bring drinks next time.
I was gonna ask you to drink, make me another drink, but I guess you won't anymore.
So you see these goblin hookers. It doesn't sound any better that way.
Goblins of the night.
Yeah, they get thrown. Chuckers. These goblin chuckers.
Too beautiful.
There are 12 of them. You've got giants running away from you. There are 2 next to you. And so, Minette's turn. Minette, you can see 2.
Well, I shot one of them last time. I'll
Yes.
shoot him again.
Okay.
That's it. For 19 damage.
Looking rough. Real rough. Next is 10.
That same creature.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming I can see it from the second floor. I don't remember if I'm on the same floor as my
20
left.
feet up, you can see just the top of its skull. You could go
I
up
can move another
one.
floor.
Mhm.
And then I will cast Sacred Flame so that I can keep the wall of fire up.
All right.
Dex throw.
On the one that just got hit.
Yeah.
14. This is a dex save.
I got a 15.
All right.
Sweet. 14 damage. Radiant.
Nice.
Ooh, one of the less.
It is dead.
damage types.
Yeah.
Saw the light.
Yeah, it did. That's all it saw. Next is
Goblin.
Goblin Huckers. You see, at the same time, 6 of the chuckers pull the ripcords, and they just go shooting with these spoon-like catapults, flipping the goblins into the air. It's in complete unison. Next is your turn, Gideon.
I kind of feel like the hooker's problem takes care of itself over time.
Yeah, over time. You have two hill giants right in your vicinity, though.
But one's dead. She just killed
Out
it.
of 3. Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
No,
One
one.
hill giant.
So I dodged a hand grab. Where am I
You
in
are.
relation to this remaining giant?
You're not far away from it. It's This is, if you think of 3, right? The number 3 on a hand. The middle one and one of the outside ones has died. So you've got one outside one left.
And the fire's pretty far from me at this point.
Yeah, you are at least 30 feet away from the wall at this point.
Sure. Is he facing me or is he facing away?
He's facing you.
Alright. I give him a little love tap. Yep. Let's try this one. 20 damage.
Alright.
Then I try to bury my axe in its kneecap.
Apparently, he doesn't trust himself on these dice.
Oh, you suck too.
I got an 8.
But it's better than
My
mine.
dice are even good.
22 damage.
Okay. It is Gio's turn. You see one giant.
Kyo's gonna do the boring thing and firebolt the giant.
Alright.
That's still exciting.
13 hit.
Yes, matches. Woohoo! I didn't know you could cast 2 spells at the same time. Find AC and then fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, bad joke. Super bad joke.
Wow.
13 fire damage.
Alright.
You guys are retired for the night. Good game, good game. See you again next time. On to the next dice.
On to the
Dice
next
prison.
one. On to the next one. The giant's turn. So, what you see, Kinian, is the giants who have ran down the line are trying to break in through another side of the wall. Over the wall leaps a shining figure and is coming down, and bright light is spilling upon them. And there are screams coming from the giants. Some of the goblin chuckers look that way. They lose their nerve and they turn and run. And as they do, they're smushing goblins in their path.
Ogres are making paste.
Yeah. So let's see. The one in front of you, the hill giant in front of you, is going to attack at you. You're reckless, right?
Oh yeah.
19 and that one's probably not gonna hit at a 15.
Miss.
Okay, so one hit. You take 14 plus 5, so 19 bludgeoning damage.
That's no big deal. That's just 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wait, what?
I'm fine.
9?
No, I said I'm fine.
Oh. Okay. Next, Minette, your turn.
Alright.
You get the dregs.
Okay.
He takes 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. Next is Tin.
I'm fine.
I'm just gonna do Sacred Flame again. DC Dexterity.
Nope. 3.
9 radiant damage on the one that was just attacked.
Still looks real rough. Only a couple goblins get chucked over this time, as half of the huckers have ran. Kinian, there is this hill giant still in front of you.
Hello, friend.
Hello, you no friend.
21 damage.
Nice. Dead.
My D12s roll pretty well.
You know, the definitive one roll test has proven that they are fantastic. I still have one more attack, and there's no friends to swing at.
Mm-mm. You do see where the figure of light is beating the shit out of these hill giants. You see 2 blobs leap off of the top of the wall, and they land on each on a respective hill giant, and they start like stabbing furiously. These are like Minette-sized blobs.
Do they have ropes attached? Is this Attack on Titan?
No.
Oh my god.
But funny you ask. The session is called Attack on Yartar.
How far is this from me?
Very far away. 120 feet minimum.
I move as far as I can, and I throw a javelin.
Okay. You are able to hit them.
It's
Go
at
for it.
disadvantage, so
Well, what's
reckless.
what's the range on on a javelin?
3120.
3120.
I can only move 40, and you said they're 120.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
So I just throw.
Yeah, disadvantage. But reckless. So.
Can you reckless on the thrown weapon?
Oh.
17 hits
17 hits.
for a amazing 9 damage.
All right. It sticks in the giant right above its pack in its spine. This is the one that the
Ooh, that feels
the glowing
good.
that the glowing figure is dancing around
Uh-huh.
at about the giant's shoulder height, and that spear seems to fell the giant. Raw. I am all that is awesome. Heal.
Alright. So, from what I can see, there's like nobody within range.
Yep. You do have the top floor if you want to try and get to the top floor.
No, I'm going to jump out the window,
Oh shit.
feather fall.
Less climactic.
Feather fall at the last second. Just like a flying squirrel, like
Nobody can see me anyways. And I'm gonna work my way towards the wall.
okay.
Not by the flamey thing though. I'm gonna, not by our flaming wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attempt to, I'm gonna spend my rounds getting to the wall to help hold the wall.
Okay. So that'll be a few rounds.
That puts me out of the action.
Yep. It is the hill giant's turn. The ones that you can see, Kinian, they are attacking these figures, and the battle seems to be going pretty poorly for them. The Huckers are seeing these 3 giants falling and turn tail and run, so the rest of them turn tail, as do the goblins. It is a full rout at this point. Go ahead, it's your turn. Oh wait, I'm sorry, no, it's Manette's turn, but Manette is
In a building.
holding his action. Tenuvio. You can't see any hostiles. What was giving you the ability to see is the height of the giants. You can't see the floor. You can't see the ground. So you can't see any hostiles, but you do know that further down the lines, you haven't seen these black blobs going over the wall anymore.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm going to drop the wall of fire. And what do I see now?
As soon as you drop the wall of fire, you see the full route. You see 6 of these goblin catapults running away, and you see about 30 goblins running behind. They're heading for the hills.
So all of the enemies are running.
Yeah, and they're pretty far out of your range. They're at least 200 feet or more.
Well, at this point, it seems like the battle might be pretty much over. So I'm going to exit the building, get outside of it, and then I'm just going to. I'm going to use Healing Word then. I don't need to heal that much more, but.
Okay.
4 plus 4 is 8.
So, Tin has dropped the firewall, and you guys are effectively out of initiative. You can see Kinian running towards the other giants. The giants die before you get there. And
I'm saddened.
yeah. It's a full-on route. The Huckers are running for the hills, and same with the goblins. You see Bon, you see Staravash, and you see Brickleworm Balagast from the Masters meeting, the meeting of the Masters of the Wild, and a female gnome that looks identical to him, only female. And they are all covered in giant blood. Bricklehorn is immediately digging through the packs. Yep.
I walk up and pull my javelin, effectively,
Yeah.
out of the corpse.
Staravash is shaking. He is shaking from like the adrenaline. He is just like jacked. And Bond takes a quick second to as like a moment of silence and says, that probably would have went better with my staff. Have you guys seen it? You guys haven't. Keo and everybody haven't.
I haven't seen it.
Oh no. Let's take care of this first. And Brickleworm says someone needs to talk to us. Bond goes in and he starts rutting through the packs, basically.
I pass my birthday present, Everclear, from last from the boat over to Staravash.
Yeah, and Staravash drinks deeply for a quick second.
Yep.
Until it hits him how strong this is, and like he pulls away from the bottle, and he's like, smooth.
Then a wild Kyo appears.
Yes, and a wild Keo in a tin and a Minette eventually lumber forward.
And I try to stay on the other side of somebody from Kenyan.
Okay.
Whatever we're doing. Okay. And Keo does a little tipping motion to Staravash.
And he's like, oh, careful. And hands you,
And then Keo pulls out his little flask, pops it open, and he pulls some stuff out of his component pouch, sticking in the flask.
Yeah.
And then he fills it up with
the alcohol.
And puts it back in.
Shakes it up a little bit. Okay.
I give him a nod of approval. Like,
you don't know why Keo did not return that nod of approval.
Yeah.
Things seem a little weird between you two.
I'm happy as a clam.
Yeah.
Covered in blood.
Yeah.
I reach over to grab the bottle.
Keo flinches.
Yeah.
And the hands of Apple.
I think my character would just kind of, now that it's been a bit calm, just
then
kind of turn to Kenyan and just be like, so what was all that about earlier?
Was what?
When you went all crazy and started attacking everyone?
I attacked you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You knocked Keo unconscious. You swiped at me once or twice.
Is everyone all right?
Well, I mean, we're all obviously standing alive now, but you seriously don't remember going crazy on us.
No.
Well, you were obviously cursed with something because all I was able to do is I cast Remove Curse on you, and that's when you stopped being all berserk beyond your normal berserking.
It's possible it's my family's curse.
Your family's curse?
Well, we probably don't have time to discuss it right now. But it's said that my ancestor's great axe wields considerable power, but not without consequence.
And you didn't think to mention this to any of us?
Oh, I just got it back.
You didn't think to mention it before you would use it?
I'm sorry. It didn't occur to me. I haven't attacked a friend before.
Well,
That is a lie.
Keo says, we're not friends.
aww.
I've attacked you guys before.
I mean, like half an hour ago. However long it's been. 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, 10
Well,
minutes,
that's
max.
what he's saying. Before today, he's never, or at least that's what I thought. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, but he did pick up Keo and throw him, and
That's an attack.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Keo takes this as an attack.
Well,
Well, if you think it's your great axe that caused you to go psycho, then I recommend going back to your old weapon that didn't do that to you.
We'll see. It's said that rumored that there's potential to remove the curse on my family.
As a point of note, I don't know if you remember this, but this is an item that determines you as the leader of the clan. So
Yeah.
you have to have it in your possession because it's part of your bloodline. So continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just end by saying maybe, hopefully, my remove cursed earlier solved it all, but I don't actually know what it was that came over you, so I can't guarantee that.
We need to make sure that in the heat of battle, we are not in danger from you. So we can look into removing that curse as soon as possible. Until then, we would all feel better if you used your old weapon.
I can see about using my old weapon. Yes. It's I need to keep this axe on me. So I'm not losing this again.
I understand.
Well, we can see how that
Keo,
goes.
intelligence.
Just straight.
Yep.
7.
7. If you're trying to think of an idea to help solve this,
Yeah.
just drawing blanks.
Well, I guess
What
we can.
about me? I'm good with magical items.
It's just a random thought.
Well, if you switch to using your old weapon, we can see how that goes. We'll just probably be a little wary of you for a battle or two. Don't take it personal, but
Well, it's said that the axe gave my clan considerable power on the battlefield, and there was situations where my ancestors would take on an entire other clan, and our axe would help us prevail. There may have been a reason why they were alone in a fight.
no.
My great-grandfather took out 25 orcs in one battle.
They had to build him a new belt because there wasn't enough space for notches.
That's pretty impressive, but I hope you like having teammates, so hopefully.
I'll
I
do
don't
my
know.
best to not harm you.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say at this point, so.
So the battle's done.
Yeah, Brickleworm starts taking stock of everything. And what he finds is he finds a whole slew of different odds and ends that really doesn't mean much to anybody. He offers you guys a riding saddle, 30 foot of hemp rope, a 5 foot length of chain. That's about it. Otherwise, it's just like dolls and stuff like that.
Is there...
Dolls.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
No, dolls are creepy as all heck. The
Galen needs some friends. Yeah.
what about Hootie?
No,
I'll
dolls.
be with you.
LL. D-O-L-L. Oh, okay. He says, well, I know the Water Baron will definitely be paying for a lot of these art objects that these guys have had. I'm sure it's valuable to someone, so, I mean, you'll probably get a cut. By my figuring, it'll be, there's about 23 of these objects, and each one is worth about 250 gold pieces each. You guys are gonna make out like bandits. He says, we kind of, so me and my sister and your friends, we all kind of met up while we were running through the alleyways, and we ran into these ogres and a bunch of bugbears and a bunch of goblins, and we killed all those guys too. We took a bunch of gold off them. I'm sure it's somewhere. It's probably about 500-600 gold pieces. Me and my sister are well off. So, I mean, you guys can have it if you want. Otherwise, I'll take it. He says, yeah, so we're gonna want to get you to the Water Baron pretty soon. She'll want to talk with you guys. I'm sure she's gonna have some sort of repercussions for these fuckers. Yeah, and so like he just starts walking towards the opening, and as he does, like he stops real quick, about 20 or so feet away. He like stops, looks up, and he turns and he goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce you guys. That's my sister, Palami." And she's like, "Hey."
Hi, Salami.
It's Palami. It's like salami, but with a P. You see very fine daggers on her hips. And when I say very fine, I mean the best quality you have ever seen. They've got jewels on them that look worth more than what you own currently.
Including our ship fund?
The ship fund and everything. These are very fine daggers. And they look old, real old. Not a speck of tarnish on them. She says, "Oh, I see you're checking out my daggers. Yeah, they're pretty sweet." And
Minette
that's
shifts the front
totally
of his
what we're checking out.
shifts the front. and she shifts her belt and she says, we should probably get going. Your hobgoblin friend? He's pretty cool. He killed a lot of people. Yeah, so,
They were bad people, right?
yeah, I mean, they're all goblins and stuff. They were setting stuff on fire. And, I mean, with this being our hometown and stuff, I don't approve of it. And Brickleworm's like, yeah, these guys, they're no good. They burned my pop's shop down. I mean, he is a fence and stuff, but whatever. It burned down. That's the point. Yeah. And he just kind of like starts trompsing off.
Kyo has a thought with that fence thing. He's like, so that's how gnomes are made?
Oh my gosh.
He starts
Kind of like hedgehogs, I guess.
he starts trompsing off. You guys follow behind. Just kind of as he's walking, he's talking about the city and explaining. He says, yeah. So my family's been around for a long time. My mom, she was the head of the Hand of Yartar before my sister took over. And before my mom, it was my grandma, and then my great-grandma, and my great-great-grandma, and it went back a few generations. We've been running that show for a long time. But, because it's all-female organization, I wasn't allowed in, even though I got sweet skills.
Okay.
So, I took my sweet skills, and I joined the Emerald Enclave, and I rose to the top. Duh. You notice as he's talking, he's got like this trickle of blood that is running from his ear, and he like wipes it, and he's like, does any of you guys got healing? I got punched earlier, and it hurts.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Oh, thanks, guy. He keeps walking. He's like, so anyways, I was saying, is and he's yakking, and
Did we get the treasure stuff in our bag of holding before we left?
Yep.
Okay.
And then he's yakking, and he comes upon your guys' group that you guys killed, the bugbears and everything. He's like, oh, you guys killed a bunch too? We should see what's on them. And he starts like rooting through all of the people, and he's like pulling coin purses up and just throwing them into the air, and his sister's catching them out of the air and like thumbing through them and handing them over to you guys. You guys get 500 gold pieces from it. He takes you towards the center of this side of town. There is a lot of people congregated in the Citadel area, where one woman is standing over all of these people and giving a speech that is very calming and helps boost morale. She says, and we're gonna take the fight back to the giants. I have it on good authority of where they are and where they will be. We are going to make them pay. And everybody's like, yeah!
How much?
The rally eventually dies down, and Bricklehorn introduces you guys to her. He says, so this is Nestra. She's the water baron. I think she's going to want to talk to you guys. And Nestra says, hello. How are you? This is a female human who is 50 years, roughly, of age, and has a few streaks of silver coming down from the top of her hair. Her hair is long, but well kept, and is pulled back away from her neck.
I sit down and pull out my pipe and I'm gonna watch this unfold.
Tapping it.
Yeah,
Cleaning it out.
I'm not here for the talking.
Okay. She says, well, from your guys' current state, it looks like you got into quite a scuffle. Are you the ones who we can thank for saving our town?
Some of us.
Oh, all right. Well, I have a proposition for you all. If you are interested, I would pay you all very generously in order, if you were to rid us of the hill giant threat. We have been annoyed by these hill giants. As of late, we could really use your help.
Keo perks
So-
up at this because this is like the order he wants to do things.
So when you were talking to the crowd earlier, does that mean you don't actually have a specific plan already in set to deal with the giants?
I intend to send a strike force to deal with them. I know where they are, and I know roughly their forces. But what I need is able-bodied people, and it seems like you all are very capable.
I pipe in.
Okay.
I'd be interested. Take the fight to them.
Aye.
Burn some of their buildings.
What say you, No?
Minette hasn't been paying attention. He's been eyeing Palami the whole time. Shyly.
And this is why he calls it out to you. She sees your distraction, and she says, "Are you in or are you out?" No.
He wants to be in.
Hey.
Ching.
I've got a dagger for you, Palami.
Palami was my salami.
Wow.
We are adults.
Question mark?
Palami takes notice to the notice that Minette's been giving her, and she starts to redden in the cheeks, and she turns and starts just like checking her daggers. Just some mundane task to make her look busy.
Well, Minette hasn't really answered yet, so I can tell that Q and Kenyon are
Yeah.
interested. I'm all for destroying evil.
Good Lord,
So-
Baron, Sir.
The female?
Yeah. That's what she's been referred to as a Baron.
Yep.
Well, and Q wouldn't necessarily know like
Instead of
Baroness versus
Yeah,
Baron
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
So,
No, that's fine. I like how you're doing it.
Minette sort of puffs himself up and says, "My group would be happy to take care of this hill giant's threat."
Palami like looks over her shoulder at the hint of my group, and she kind of like smirks, and she goes back to check in her daggers. Nestra says, "Wow, that is fantastic to hear. And with you all in company of an Asimar, I am fairly confident you all will fulfill your mission. Now, as a matter of payment, what I can give you is access to a network of transportation. Now, Palami here is kind of up there in a society called the Harpers, and they have access to, let's call them teleportation sigils. So we might be able to help you out in any transportation needs that you have. Along with that, we will be paid generously.
Hey everybody, it's Alan, your DM, and I wanted to say thank you from the cast and crew for listening to Roll with Advantage. We really appreciate it. If you feel like you want to support the podcast or even want to get on the podcast in all sorts of different ways, go ahead and check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/Roll with Advantage. We've got all sorts of different support structures that have got fun little things for each of the levels. If you can't support monetarily, comments and subscriptions go a very long ways. So if you could comment in iTunes or on YouTube, that would help out the podcast so much. We also love to interact with our fans. If you use the hashtag Roll with Advantage on Twitter, or you can post in our subreddit, we will be happy to engage with you guys. It's a super fun way to get to know some of us, and you get to ask questions about your favorite characters, or about the world, what's going on in the background, stuff like that. We also want to say a big thank you for Incompetech.com and BattleBards for letting us use their music and sound effects. They do a fantastic job, and I highly suggest you guys go check them out. Just beautiful work from everybody there. For a full list of the pieces we use, go ahead and check out the description, and you'll find it there. So, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye!